How excellent.
Has an X? Okay, that means that they're live. All right, everybody, it's Jonathan Bolano and Jonathan Agudelo, and right now we are in the process of doing this different. Let's see, there we're live right here. So boom, I'm gonna share this around. Mr. Agudelo's page, everybody else's page. Give me 1 second. We don't have like an administrative person that does all this. So bing, bang, boom. So boom, see that? That's shared. Share. So you can talk to them and just say hello, letting them know what we're going to be going through.
All right, well, he sets that all up, guys. What we're doing today is, it's the 5th week of Let's Talk. So, as promised, we are going to be asking 3 questions that the first person to answer correctly will receive a gift card to either Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. Guessing whoever is the winner, we can ask them. Send them a little message. Which would you prefer, right?
Yeah.
Works better that way. And we'll go ahead and get you that. And then the other thing is we're gonna go over a new concept that we thought of called Share and Win, in which you guys can win some more prizes just for sharing our videos. So
thank you, Ricky. We got our first share right there. Ricky Stevenson, we see you on there.
Thank you, sir.
Let's see. Boom. Just getting this shared all over the place right now just to get it started up. So we've gone through that, and we're gonna go over the next. Did you go over this right here?
Yeah, we're gonna go over the next 5 episodes, the next 5 segments. We're gonna explain where to find where everything is, what videos we've done, and the new ones coming up. Correct?
Right. That is not what I was looking for. All right, so what I'm gonna do while I pull this up right here is I'm gonna let Mr. Agudelo go through the first 3 questions and just start shooting those off. And that's little man sitting behind you. He's our producer for today because I couldn't do it. And he is playing on his tablet, as you can see. Give me 1 second.
So, I'm actually gonna turn my camera on because I just realized since we don't have anybody behind the scenes, I'm not gonna be able to tell what the questions are on my page.
I'm gonna pull it up right here, so we can double time this. I'm gonna go to Jonathan Agudelo. And this is why we need an administrative person to come and help us out with these kinds of things. So you got one on your side. I'll zoom that out. So it's that. And then we got Bolano Home right here. And boom.
All right.
So we can see you guys. Let's see, we got Lisette and we got Kaylee watching right now. How we doing, Kaylee? Lisette, hope you're feeling better. Lisette's not feeling great today, so she had me kick in for her. And on Jonathan's side, you got pretty quiet over here.
Yeah, it is pretty quiet right now.
We got 2 people right there, but it's not showing us. All right, so I'm going to recap for now, real quick. Today, we're going over the 3 questions. Actually, I am Jonathan Bolano. This is Jonathan Agudelo. I'm with Keller Williams, the Bolano team, and Jonathan Agudelo is with Freedom Mortgage. And so what we're doing today, this is the 5th episode of a 5-week segment, of a 5-week segment of things dealing with real estate. What we're doing here is we're just giving you guys a bunch of information to create a platform for you guys to basically ask questions. But instead of just sitting here looking stupid and acting funny, because neither one of us truly are funny, so it would be even worse.
Speak for yourself, dude. Speak for yourself.
We're planning on giving you guys a bunch of information, almost like we do with our normal videos, but it's just to fill in that space for you guys, give you guys some good, strong content, things that you guys can move forward with in the real estate process, while also answering your questions. And with that being said, I don't want you guys to think that just because we're sitting here answering your questions, I guess I can flip back to mine, just because we're sitting here talking about a specific topic that we can't answer your questions. If it has to do with something completely unrelated, ask whatever you want. As long as it's got to do with real estate, we're here for you guys. So the first thing we're going to do today, since we just finished off our first 4 weeks, is we're going to ask you 3 questions in regards to different things that we had done. And then what you have the ability to do, if you answer them correctly, is win a gift card, like Jonathan had said previously. And then what we're also doing now is we're going to go into this new phase where whoever shares these videos from today all the way up until the 4th week of the next segment is going to get their name put into a pot where we're going to draw a name on that 5th week from someone that's probably in this building, or maybe one of the little guys or kids that are here. If you want to wave to your people over here, Amanda, how we doing? And Bolano Home is watching, so hi myself. Did I say that wrong? Oh, it's Amita. Sorry, my eyes don't work either. But what we're doing is on that 5th week, we're going to draw that. You have the chance to win $20 to either Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. So if you like your coffee, if you're true a New Englander, then this is a big one for you. And that's a way to win extra stuff. Outside of that, the next 5 weeks,
Nelson, how you doing?
We're going to be doing new set of episodes, and those are going to have to do with sellers types of things. But we're going to go into that in a little bit. What we're going to start off with for all you guys that are here is we're going to get into the questions, and I think I'm going to let Mr. Agudelo take the floor for that one and start that up. So, Mr. Agudelo, let's ask the first question.
All right. So, as you guys know, we've gone over a few things. We've gone over, steps to buying a home. What part of the process is more important to do when? Credit-related stuff. What you should and shouldn't do, what certain kinds of credit you can use. So just as a quick test on to see if anybody's paying attention, I guess the first question would be, what's the first thing you need to do when you're buying a home? What's the first step in the process that you need to do when you're looking to buy a home? We went over this in like 3 or 4 different videos, to be honest.
Right. And even ones that didn't even have to do with Let's Talk.
Correct. And it's pretty simple answer. And I'll give you a hint. It has to do with me.
What do we got? We got any typers out there? Who wants to
Anybody
win a $5
paying
gift card? Unless that one's too complicated.
It's the first step in the process.
First step in the process, the most
First
important
step,
one.
most important one. We'll give you guys a couple of minutes.
Yeah, just hit a couple of waves out there. Let them know that we see them.
Yeah, I see you guys here. But, yeah.
And then this is also delayed a little bit as well.
Yes, I've noticed. But, so in the meantime, while we wait for a second, Mr. Bolano, do you happen to be aware that the Patriots are playing tonight?
Actually, no, I was not.
First game of the preseason.
Oh, wow.
And they're playing against the Redskins.
The Redskins? Washington Redskins?
Yes, the Washington Redskins.
Is that my DC folks out there?
Yes. You think we're going to get do you follow football much?
No, I work too much. I work all day and I work all night. I got 2 different jobs and I keep it busy.
No, he's making it look like I don't work. But, yeah. All right. Well, I was gonna ask him what he thought the chances are, but if you guys,
no, I'm full Patriots all the way, anyways. I don't.
No, I meant like it was more analytical. Just while we waited for people, I was gonna ask you what you think of what the new players were gonna do today or what we were gonna see. But since you're not a football guy like that, I guess I will ask you. Nothing. I got nothing. All I can think about right now is mortgages and Patriots. That's it.
All right. So who do we have over there? We got Nelson. We got Amita. I know you guys are on there.
If you guys want to take a guess, we can go ahead and see if you get it right. You guys can win it, even if you haven't seen it.
All right. Lisette, since you're the only one out there right now, do you want to answer that for us? What is the first thing you do when buying a home? When you want to buy a home? And let's see if Lisette even responds. Come on, Lisette.
Hey, Daisy, how are you? So for those of you joining us just right now, and by those of you, I mean you, Daisy, because everybody else already heard this, where we do a few of these videos, and we have a few questions in which you can win prizes if you know the answer to, whether you've seen it on the video or you just happen to know the answer. So the question was, what's the first thing you do when buying a home? What's the first step in the process?
Pre-approval. Good job, Lisette. You got that one right on the nose. I'd hope you would.
So that gift card will be going to me because you can't give it to your spouse. So.
All right. Let's see. Can we get a hello from anybody out there watching? Great. It's a quiet day. It's the one day that it's actually pretty damn quiet.
It is pretty quiet today.
And I know that there were a lot of people that were supposed to jump on this one today.
Well, you know what we can do for right now? We can just kind of recap maybe that first question. So the first thing you do in the first step you take in processing a home is purchasing a home. Is getting that pre-approval.
And why? What's the pre-approval good for?
The pre-approval is as I said in every video, it's your ticket to be able to get on the ride. It's like I can buy a house. Somebody has looked at my finances, has looked at what I make, where my credit is, my overall ability to be able to purchase a home. So that pre-approval is a huge deal to show to the sellers, to the listing agent, for example. And Mr. Bolano here can speak to that. What do the listing agents say if you show up with an offer and no pre-approval?
Say
that could be higher
you got
buy,
no.
so.
Good point. It's like what's that word? I forget. I can't even get into it. But anyways, if you come up to the closing, to the table, putting in as a pre-approval as your negotiation tactic, most agents aren't going to take you serious, and neither will the seller. So you're not even able to put in an offer, a real offer, up at that point, because if it has to be either your offer or someone else's, and someone else comes with a pre-approval and proven that they have the funds and they have the background and they've done their due diligence into letting or into figuring out whether or not they can get pre-approved for this house, then you're going to lose to that immediately. It's too risky. It's too much of a big risk when you're dealing with when you're selling a home and you come up with somebody that says, "Oh yeah, I want to go buy that $600,000 house," but they barely even have $5 in the bank, right? I wouldn't want to trust that. But if you have a pre-approval, then that means that the loan officer has gone through your bank statements. They've verified that you can do a down payment. They verified that you have the credit score. They verified that you have a job. Say hi to Louis over there.
Oh, what's up, sir? Mr. Ramirez.
Louis, if you're watching, shoot us a like or something. There we go. Say hello, because we got a question for you if you want to win a gift card. And this is going to be a pretty easy one, potentially, if you've been watching.
It should be. So the question now, Mr. Torres, what's going on, sir?
You can't lose.
I can't wave to you. I can just look at your hand down there.
All right, so Michael, we got a question for you. The question is, what is a appraisal? If you know what appraisal is,
there he is.
Boom. If you know what an appraisal is, you can have the chance of winning a $5 gift card. So I'll give you 5 seconds to answer that one.
We'll give a little more than 5 seconds.
A little more than 5 seconds.
We'll give like a minute to answer, just like everybody else.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because they got to type in. We got to actually wait for it in the delay.
Yeah. So the question again is, what is an appraisal? If you get it right, you get a gift card for $5 to either Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks.
Right.
We had an earlier question, which was, what's the first step you take when you're purchasing a home? And the answer to that was to receive pre-approval, to get pre-approved for your purchase. Nobody answered that one, actually, and it was only
Lisette.
Mr. Bolano's here's wife, Lisette. So that one was a wash, basically. So we have the gift cards. We're just trying to get rid of them, guys.
Yeah.
So
who wants to win a $5 gift card?
Doesn't sound like much, but
here we go, Michael.
Coffee. When your house gets valued by a pro.
That's close.
Correct. Yeah, that's as correct as it can be. Exactly. So it's when the bank, the mortgage company, the lender sends someone out to get a valuation on your property. They come, they look at comparables in the area that have the same stuff your property has. They see renovations that you've done to your property. They see the area, the school district, everything that has to do with it, and they give that property a value.
Right. And so what this does for the bank, though, is because the bank's going to be lending you money, and they need to make sure that they're not lending money because they got to get their money back. And let's say you default on your loan, they need to be able to know that they can get their money back if they have to go back and sell it. And so if they sit here and they give you $500,000 for a house that's only worth $100,000, and you only make it through like the first 6 months, you're out of luck. Like, I mean, well, they're out of luck. They're never going to make that money back. And so they want to make sure that it appraises and they give you money for a house that's actually worth that money. So that way, if you do default and have to foreclose on your house, they can make that back.
Monica,
So,
how are you?
Like he said, that is your appraisal. And Michael, we
Torres.
got you down.
What do you prefer, Mr. Torres, if you don't mind putting it right out there? Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts?
Yes, sir.
And we will get you your gift card. Congratulations. We have our first winner of our Let's Talk Q&A, no?
Yes, we do.
So, yeah, I mean, again, to recap, while more people join us, hopefully, and if not, if you guys are still watching and you came in late, then one of the first question we had is what's the first step you take in the process to purchase a home? And the answer was to get to receive a pre-approval. Come to a loan officer like myself, basically myself. So go to one of those, your lender or whatever, whoever you may work with. Like I said, preferably me. But
He's a DD guy.
yes, he is.
All right.
Dunkin' Donuts it is from Mr. Torres.
All right.
So you come to one of us. We run your credit. We see what you make. We see what you have in the bank. We see how well you qualify.
All right. So who else wants to win another gift card? Let's see if we can get a couple of likes on there. Maybe drop a comment and say that you're watching, just so that way we can drop this next question, because this is going to be the third question right here for you. So,
and even before we do that, let's remind them of the share and win.
oh yes.
So what we're doing now is, if you guys share our videos, you can win another prize. It's a little more substantial. So if you share our videos, we're going to be entered into a raffle. Everybody who shares, we're going to put in your names in a hat, in a bucket, whatever you want to call it.
A bowl.
We'll have or a bowl. We'll have
a bowl that looks a little bit like his head when not filled. Well, it is
like the plaster cast of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have one of those with either, most likely it'll be Bolano Jr. over there, or one of my little kids, and one of my children, and we'll have them pick a name out of a hat. Winner gets a $20 Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks gift card.
All right. So if you're watching, please drop a comment real quick and let us know that you're there. I want to ask the next question. Throw that one out there for you guys. So Michael, we'll give you the opportunity to win one more. And then I can't see who else was on your side as well.
There was Michael, there was Monica, there was Amita.
Yep.
I don't know who's on there right now. I scrolled up too much on me, but I know there was a few people on there.
All right, Sarah, how we doing? If you are trying to win a gift card to either Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks, drop us a comment.
Is the bowl bigger than Jonathan's hands?
We hope so, if there's enough names, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then I think it would
What are we going to get, a half a card in there?
We'd have like one name and hope it wouldn't be hanging out the sides,
All right.
So I'm going to have to do my videos like this now, guys. I'm sorry.
All right, so we got your third question. We got Lewis out here, we got Michael, and we got Sarah. The third question is going to be a little bit more of a difficult one. This is the trickier one because it's the third one. What is an example of non-traditional credit? Non-traditional credit.
We went over this in the last video.
Yes. So if you want to win a gift card to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, what is an example of non-traditional credit? I wish I had music, so like the thing in the background. Maybe even throw like a salsa up there.
Salsa. Like what salsa does any game show use?
No, just because I want to hear salsa. Maybe even a kizomba.
Yeah.
It's better than some of that new. I'm never gonna go there.
Do that.
Yeah.
Hippity hop.
Stay PC right now.
Yeah.
So
we can call it garbage.
We got anybody? What is an example of non-traditional credit? So here's your hint. Julian Montoya.
What's going on, senor?
So example of non-traditional credit. Oh, wait, we got something over here. I need Jeopardy sound to answer the question. Thanks, Sarah. That was useful. So example of non-traditional credit. Is it Julian or Julian?
Julian.
Wow, that escalated quickly.
Dude, come on. This is a professional page, guys. Go ahead.
All right. So Sarah, what's an example of non-traditional credit? You got anything?
All right. So the answer to that question.
It is posting.
Oh, it's posting my video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So, but you're still going. So, the answer to that question, what is an example of non-traditional credit? It would be something along the lines of a cell phone bill, a gym membership,
All right, so we'll try another one for you.
National Grid.
But yeah,
I
no,
have
she has
no
no
idea.
idea. So
Okay.
we'll throw something else up there for you. See what you got. So what's the examples of non-traditional
So
credit?
it would be like National Grid. I just went blank. Cell phone bills,
Right.
gym membership, something that doesn't necessarily report to the credit bureaus. But if you've been paying for a year on time, and you have no credit, and you need something to establish credit, you can go ahead and go. We can use one of those non-traditional credit lines to get you a score.
All right. And so Sarah, we'll throw you a bone here. Who is the agent that you should go to when looking for a house?
007.
Damn it. You better respond with something better than I have no idea.
She has no idea still.
We got 5 people over here. All right, so for all of you that just tuned in, what we're doing is we're going through 3 questions for our 5th episode, basically giving out free gift cards for all right answers. So far, we've got one out there to Michael Torres, who's getting Dunkin' Donuts. Really, Sarah? You?
She missed the exclamation point by accident.
There's Lewis. How we doing, Lewis? Welcome back. Silver, you lost your real estate license a long time ago. So, sorry about that one. But yes, Sarah, you got it. So, Sarah, drop your comment as far as what would you like, Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks? And for the rest of you that are watching, because I have about 5 people on here, what we're doing today, like we had said, is we're going over the questions from the last 4 weeks of Let's Talk, and basically just doing a recap and giving you guys prizes for what you get right. So the first person to get it right gets it. Sarah, you got your Starbucks card. It's coming out to you soon. The next thing is, if you share this video, you have the chance of winning a $20 gift card to either Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts again. Your choice. And what happens is we're going to take all the shares from today and the next 4 weeks, and we're going to drop that into a bucket. And then we're going to have one of the kids or someone that's around us pick up one of the names, and that person's going to win. If you come every single week and you share every single week, we're going to re-enter your name every single week. So for each time you share, you get another chance to win.
You get another entry.
All right, and that's $20, so you can't go wrong there. Moving forward, though, we're going to talk about the next 5 weeks. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to get into things for sellers. It's going to be the sellers series. And the focus is people that are trying to sell or people that are going to be interested in it. And so week 1, one of the things that we're going to cover is it the right time to sell? It's one of the questions that Lisette and I get very often. Is it the right time to sell, and why? Next question is going to be, what is the first step? So when buying a home, the first step is getting a pre-approval. For selling a home, it's not so much. And then the third one is, what do I need to know? So basically like things like CMAs and today's market. Week number 2, we're going to go down a little bit more detail with the CMAs and explain what that is. Talk about property being listed, showing the house. And then the next thing that's going to jump in is to receiving offers and negotiating and understanding what an FHA loan is. Now, I know we've covered that a number of times, but we're going to jump into it again, and we're going to branch out even further than that. Conventional loans, contracts, so on and so forth. Third week, we're going to go into accepting an offer. What does that mean? What does it mean to have an inspection? What does it mean to have an appraisal? We know what an appraiser is. We know what an inspector is. But what does it mean to actually go through it? So it's a whole different perspective that we're going through. So it's from a seller's eyes primarily. And then for the third week, the last thing we're going to cover is what it means to have a clear to close. All right. Week number 4, we're going to go into the importance of marketing, professional photos, and so on and so forth. And we're going to do a segment on just marketing. And then week 5, same thing that we did today. Go over 3 questions, explain some new things that we have coming down the pipeline, and then what's going to happen with the next 5 episodes. All right. So if you guys are watching, thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you,
Not going to
guys.
sit here and hold this one up any longer. Expect to come back next week, and we're going to get into our first segment. Like I said, is it the right time to sell and why? What is the first step, and what do you need to know in regards to like today's market, interest rates, and all that other good stuff, potential interest rates, because I know we can't hardline anything. But yeah, love you guys. Thank you.
See you next week.
Adios.
Bye-bye.